Shivoham 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 Shivoham
Namaste and welcome to Kaivalya Yoga Gurukulam for another class. As always, we'll begin the class with 3 Oms. Sit up tall and straight. Perform the Lagu Mula, gently contracting your perineum muscles between the anus and the genitals, forming the Mula Bandha, just a mild one. As you exhale, pull your stomach slightly in, perform the Lagu Udhyana. And the next time you exhale and you're ready, gently bend your head down. Perform the 3rd bandha with the neck called the Jalandhara Bandha. Neck slightly tilted down. Hold these 3 bandhas in place. Lagu Mula, Lagu Udhyana, Lagu Jalandhara. Taking a few deep breaths with the chest. Feel the movement only in the chest region. Shoulders relaxed. A couple of deep breaths. Slowly release all the bandhas. Open your eyes. So the 3rd bandha that we do is the Jalandhara Bandha. Neck slightly tilted down. Slightly. So Mula Bandha, the perineum region. Udhyana Bandha in the stomach region. Jalandhara Bandha in the neck region. We'll learn the theory part of these bandhas a little more in detail later as we do in the Kaivalya Marga classes. But in this class, we begin to practice these. Some of the asanas, the Jalandhara Bandha, can also be practiced, but not all the asanas. But most of the asanas you can practice in the pose. When I say in the asanas, in the pose, you can practice the Udhyana Bandha and the Mula Bandha. You can practice in the poses. Before we begin our practice, please be aware that I cannot see you. It may seem that I'm talking to you, but you know very well I cannot see you. So you are in charge of your practice. Put safety as priority. Don't push yourself beyond an extreme. Listen to your body. If you cannot hold the pose for too long, come off the pose. If you cannot do a particular kriya X number of times, take breaks in between. All of this flexibility and stamina and all of this will come slowly. Allow the body to ease itself into the practice. And if at any time you have doubts as regards medical advice, please seek advice from your medical practitioner, whether you should be practicing this kind of yoga asanas. Having said that, let's begin with the practice. So we'll do a different routine today. Again, most of it sitting. We'll see how it goes. We'll come on all fours. We'll start with the cat kriya, marjari. So you're going to be on all fours. Now the distance between these is established by the length of your elbow. So place your elbow against the knee. Place your palms on the floor like this. And then come up. And you're all fours. Now this kriya is you're going to hunch and you're going to arch. This is called arching the back. When you're looking up, arching the back, right? And this is called hunching the back. So you lift and hunch the back. So when you hunch the back, what is happening? Lungs are getting crushed. So you're going to breathe out. When you arch the back, you're going to breathe in. So this is one gentle, continuous movement. Let's try and do this about 10 times. Start from a neutral position from here. We're going to start with an exhalation. So breathe in first. Stay where you are. Just inhale. And as you exhale, hunch the back like an angry cat. Hunch the back. Breathe out fully. Then breathe in. Arch the back. Inhale fully. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure the elbows are straight. Inhale. Exhale. Focus on the center of the spine. Inhale. Arch as much as you can. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your knees together, your feet together. Sit in Vajrasana. We're going to what is called Pranam Asana. Pranam Asana is where you teach yourself to breathe through the back of your lungs. It might seem like a simple pose, but this is a very important step before learning advanced poses because it teaches you to breathe through different parts of your lungs in the poses. We're going to activate this kind of breathing. And when we do Paschimottanasana, for example, where we sit down and stretch, and we'll do that today, then you have to learn to breathe from the back of the lungs. So Don't underestimate the importance of this pose. Palms on the ground. And my knees are together as I go in, because my stomach is not big, so it can accommodate this. If suppose the stomach comes in the way and you're not able to do this, then open your knees ever so slightly, just allowing room for the stomach to go in. But ideally, you wouldn't want to do that. The stomach is pulled in this exercise. The stomach is not going to move in the breathing. Okay, so that's where the Mula Bandha is applied. The perineum muscle is contracted, and the Lagu Udhyana is applied. And you begin to breathe from the back of your lungs. And because you're going to place the forehead on the floor, there is a mild Jalandhara Bandha automatically applied as well. So this is a very beautiful and a powerful pose, and the name is called Pranam Asana, Salutations. So it's a very, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It brings a lot of stress relief. So palms on the floor, inhale. As you exhale, empty the stomach and lie on top of your chest, resting your forehead on the floor. For some reason, your forehead doesn't reach the floor. In other words, your butt starts coming up. You don't want this to happen, okay? So if that doesn't happen, place a block. Take your hands back, so you can do this with the block. But allow your forehead to fully rest on something. Your forehead has to be pressed, because this is what activates the parasympathetic nervous system, this part. So rest your forehead. Watch what I do with my hands. I can hold my feet like this and actually pull myself closer, make it more cozier, and then relax. And in this pose now, begin to breathe through the back of your lungs. See, the fact that I'm talking to you in this pose and I'm not struggling to speak means that I can breathe. So breathe from the back of your lungs. Deep breaths. Five deep breaths. Two more. One more. All right, wonderful. From here, we'll do another pose, the dolphin pose. Roll on your head. Now you raise your butt up. You're going to try and get your hip perpendicular to the floor. You're going to try. So from here, I don't know if I'm going to do it correctly, because I don't do this very often. But it's a beautiful exercise. Again, it stretches the neck. So right from here, just roll onto the top of your head. And keep rolling till you feel the butt coming almost perpendicular. Don't move the knees back. Interlock your fingers. Raise your hands up. And relax. So from the forehead, what I've done, let me remove this for a second, because my neck is getting pressed. So from the forehead, you're going all the way till almost the back of your head. So that's what the idea is here. You're stretching the neck, performing a powerful Jalandhara Bandha. So it's a very beautiful pose. And once in the pose, try and perform Udhyana Bandha and Mula Bandha as well. So it becomes a powerful practice in yoga. All of this activates the pranic energy, which gets activated and begins to pull your consciousness from the base of the spine upwards. Okay, this is what it means by prana begins to move. The more we activate this prana this way, the nervous system, well, it's not medically, I shouldn't use the word nervous system, because that means something else today. The nadis are nerves, astral nerves in the body. They get cleansed. And when they get cleansed, everything else begins, flexibility, the lightness in the body, all of that begins to happen. So that is why we focus on the bandhas. So let's try this again. Forehead on the floor, you're in this pose, Pranamasana. From here, you come up straight, roll on your head, raising a butt off the floor. Initially, hands are on the ground. Excuse me. Come up and raise your hands up. Roll back as much as you can. Your chin is getting pressed into the notch in your throat. Perform both the bandhas. And relax. Come back to Pranamasana. Only the two bandhas, Udhyana and Mula. Then place your palms on the floor. Inhale and come up. So in a physical sense, it begins to really stretch your back, the neck, back of your neck. Okay, it prepares us for learning halasana and the plow and all of that. But in a yogic sense, it's a very beautiful pose because it performs the Jalandhara Bandha. It forces the chin to get pressed into the chest. You're putting your full weight on the head. And then interlocking your fingers and raising back intensifies that arch. So a powerful Jalandhara Bandha is formed. So when that bandha is in place, you also perform Udhyana and the Mula Bandha and stay there for a while. Okay, I love to stay in this pose for at least a couple of minutes. So we will come and try this once again because a very powerful pose. Anytime you feel depressed, confused, provided, of course, physically you should be able to do this. So I'm assuming that's why I teach this at an intermediate level because it puts a lot of pressure on the neck. You have to be careful when you do this exercise and learn this exercise. But when you feel depressed or confused or just simply tired, it's a very, very nice way to really activate your whole system. It feels wonderful. If you stay in that, applying this bandha, the Jalandhara, powerfully in that pose, and then you come up and you begin to meditate, it becomes a powerful meditation practice. It's very easy then to slip into meditation. Okay? Excuse me. All right, we'll come to that in a second. So now that we are in Bhajrasana, let us counter that stretch. Sit up tall and straight in Vajrasana on your ankles. Inhale, raise both your hands up. Exhale, turn your palm upwards, drop your head back. Stomach is pulled in. Perform the Lagu Udhyana and the Lagu Mula. Breathe in and out through the chest. Inhale, expand your chest. Exhale, lengthen the spine. Reach out to the ceiling, reach out to the sky. Waist upwards, lengthen the spine. Inhale, expand your chest. Exhale, stretch the spine. And look straight ahead. Hold your left wrist. Take a deep inhalation. As you exhale, stretch. Push your weight onto the left foot and stretch. Breathe in and out. Again, stomach pulled in. And come back. Hold your right wrist. Take in a deep inhalation. As you exhale, shift your weight to the right foot and stretch. Breathe in and out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come back down. Open up your knees as much as you can. We'll do the Sashank Asana, the rabbit. Inhale, you try and keep your butt on top of your heels. Don't try to raise it up. Again, if your head doesn't reach the floor and your butt starts coming up, use a block there and rest your forehead on the block. Inhale. As you exhale, crawl forward, hands shoulder width apart, or even broader. Interlock your, not interlock. Spread your fingers. Go all the way down. Forehead on the floor. Lengthen the spine. Breathe in and out a couple of times here. Using our chest to breathe. Lagu Mula, Lagu Udhyana. And then lift your head, place your chin on the floor, stretch. All the time, focus on lengthening the spine. In this stretch, you're going to try and touch your chest to the ground. That's the idea of arching the back, similar to the downward dog. Arching the back. Breathe in and out. Perform the Lagu Mula, Lagu Udhyana. Inhale and come up slowly. Wonderful. Come up. Open up your feet. Sit on the floor. Ankles. You're going to stretch a lot on the ankles. At any point, if you feel this is too much, then you can always use a block to sit on. Okay, so it eases the stretch on the ankle. Don't feel shy to use these props. Like I said, safety is first. Or if you're trying this and if it is too much, so there is an in-between this, right? This might be too high and this might be too low. So use your hands, just come off. Go down slowly, come off. Go down slowly, slowly again stretch. But don't go up and down like this. Just go down, stay for like 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. If it's too much, come back up again, relax. Again, try and go down. So it becomes easier with practice. And then we're going to lie back fully. Supta Vajrasana. We're going to stretch the ankles a little more, the thighs a little more, right? So that again, there are ways to do this. So you can grab a bolster. Place the bolster on the ground, behind your lower back, and simply arch on the back. Breathing in and out. Now, if this seems too easy, the others, for those of you who don't use the block, you can lie down fully, or this bolster, you can lie down fully, and stretch. If you find this too easy, and if you're not ready to fully lie down on the floor, then move this a little away. Look at that, I'm creating more distance. A little more difficult than the previous one. So this is how you progress. Again, keep your stomach in, don't breathe through the stomach. Lagu Udhyana, Lagu Mula in place. The perineum muscles are contracted. Stomach is contracted. Breathe in and out. Chest breathing. And come up slowly. Come up slowly. Breathe in. As you breathe out, place your hands under your ankles like this. You have to adjust your body slightly. As you breathe out, go down. Again, breathe in and out through the lungs. Back of the lungs. A variation of the Pranam asana. And come up slowly. Breathe in and out. At this point, if it's too much for you, come off the pose, come onto all the fours, and then come back. For those of us who can do this, let's continue. We'll do a small twist here. So as we are engaging these knees in this position, the ankles in this position, we are also engaging the back. Take your right hand, place it on the left knee, your left hand back in the center of the ground. Sit up tall and straight. Get height. Stomach pulled in. You're going to use the left lung to breathe this time, the front of the left lung. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, twist. Every time you exhale, twist a little more. Get height. Don't lean back. Watch me. If I'm like this, I want to correct myself. So sit up tall and straight and twist. And once you're in this position, stomach pulled in, breathe in and out through the left lung. And come back. Excellent. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Right hand on your left knee, left hand back, sit up tall and straight. First, get height. The taller you are in the spine, the more you can twist. Inhale. This time you're going to use your right lung to breathe. Exhale and twist. Stomach pulled in. Engage the chest to breathe. You're activating the right side of the body. And come back. Gently. Excellent. Come on all fours. Shake your ankles, shake your knees slightly. You might hear some noise in your knees. As long as there's no sharp pains, you should be okay. Knees up and down. Place your toes on the floor. Slowly lean back on your toes, arching the toes, putting the weight of the body on your toes. Come up. Massage your toes. Sway gently from side to side, putting weight on each foot at a time. Wonderful. Before we go back to that Pranam asana, let's do one more. Come up on your toes. A variation of the Veerasana. Stomach pulled in. Lagu Udhyana, Lagu Mula, and Lagu Jalandhara. Neck slightly bent down, looking at few feet ahead of you. Your eyes are open and looking there, but think of the Jalandhara Bandha. Focus on the bandhas. Focus on balance. Your toes are balancing your body. Breathe in and out. Strengthening the toes as you hold this pose. All right, place your palms on the floor and slowly, as you exhale, come up. Hold the back of your ankles and stretch. Stretch. Breathe in and out. This is a good example of learning to breathe from the back of your lungs again. And come back down again into Bhajrasana. Sit up tall and straight. Allow the blood, feel the blood flowing back down. Pranamasana and the variation in the Pranamasana. So, palms on the floor, we have done this earlier. As you breathe out, go down, use a block if required. Place your forehead on the floor, take your hands back. Breathe in and out through the back of the lungs. All right. Slowly roll onto the top of your head, slowly towards the back. You're not moving the knees from the ground. Feel the Jalandhara Bandha happening. Interlock your fingers. All the three bandhas in place. Stay there for some time. And gently come back into Pranamasana. See, if I didn't move my knees or anything, I can always come back into Pranamasana. The head is simply rotated like this, and it has come back into Pranamasana. Inhale and come up. Exhale, Jalandhara Bandha. Neck slightly bend down. Next couple of breaths, apply all the three bandhas. Excellent. All right. Stretch your right foot forward. I'm going to simply change the direction. You all can be where you are, just so it helps with the camera. Put your right foot forward and gently settle on the ground with your left knee bent. Going to do the forward stretches. Open up your knees. Here, create some gap, because when you bend forward, you don't lean, otherwise you lean too much on this side. So you want to be seated properly on your butt. So open up the knees. There are two ways to do this, okay? So if you're still in the beginner intermediate phase, then bend your knees and don't raise your hands up, because it's easy on the back, or if you have a back problem. So knees up, you can slowly bend forward, hold the knees like this with your knee bent, and then slowly begin to stretch it. With every exhalation, keep going down. So one way to go into this pose, because accidents and injuries happen while going in and coming out. So that's why I'm taking time to explain. So this is one way. But if you're ready, and if you feel up to it, then you raise your hands up, and you breathe out, and you go down straight. So there are two ways to do this. So try whichever works for you. It's not that one is better than the other. It is just the way to go into the pose. What happens in the pose is most important. Holding the pose there, breathing, applying these two bandhas in place. So in this pose again, because your head goes to the side, you can bend forward and apply the Jalandhara Bandha. You can apply the Udhyana Bandha. You can apply the Mula Bandha. Okay? So you have to understand these terms very clearly now. Mula Bandha. Mula means Mula, foundation. Muladhara, perineum muscle. So when I say Lagu Mula, that's what I mean. Lagu Udhyana. We have been doing this for a while now. Lagu Jalandhara. Okay? Jalandhara. All right. So inhale, exhale, reach forward. You can bend your knees and slowly ease yourself into the stretch. First, focus on the physicality of it. Don't lean too much on one side. If you are, then open up those knees. Bend forward. Then look towards your stomach. You apply the Jalandhara Bandha. Only the neck is bent. Don't try and hunch the back too much. Lengthen the spine. Apply the Mula, apply the Udhyana. Breathe in and out through the back of your lungs. Inhale and come up. So you can simply come up like this. If you are, like I said, between beginner and intermediate, from here, just bend your knees and gently take support and come up. So when you're taking support of the ground and coming up, the back is released. Okay? Your foot can go relaxed like this. So coming out of the pose, just don't worry about the technique at this point. In many cases, be more comfortable, especially in asanas like these, because there's a lot of strain on the back. So be very careful. Otherwise, you're going down like this. You're stretching and then inhaling and coming up, exhaling, going back. All right. Let's do the other side. So what you do when you want to switch is first bring this back to Veerasana. Bring this back to Veerasana. Then open this leg out. Open up this knee so you're able to sit straight. This time I'm going to go down like this just to show you that variation exists. Some of you, if you're able to do this, please do go ahead. I'm going to keep my knees bent. I'm getting into this position. I breathe in. When I breathe in again, I've already done Udhyana here. Already done Mula there, right? So I breathe in. As I breathe out, I slowly ease into this pose. Now perform the Jalandhara Bandha as well. See, I'm getting a slight catch, so I'm coming off the pose. So at any point you're getting a catch, just come off the pose. Y'all can be in the pose, you don't have to come off. And then again, try and ease yourself. Just natural. Sometimes these things happen. Breathe in and out. Inhale and come back. This time again, I'm coming out an easy way. Come off the pose. Now stretch both your feet out. Bend your left knee. Place your feet against the inner thigh like this. Don't place them under. It looks like my feet is under. Don't place it under. Don't place your heels in the perineum region. Okay? Just against the inner thigh. This knee opened up. Now, here again, beginner to intermediate phase is like this. Bend your knees, hold the feet, and then slowly see if you can ease out. If necessary, use a belt as well to do that. Intermediate to advanced phase, start from here. Inhale. As you exhale, go down. Try and prevent this foot from going off like this, right? You might catch me doing this sometimes. I might forget because I'm focused on talking. Keep this foot straight. Don't open up the hip. Inhale. As you exhale, go down. Perform all the 3 bandhas as you hold this pose. Breathe through the back of the lungs. Breathe in and out. Look up first. Lengthen the spine. Add a little more stretch. And gently come off the pose. You can stretch your hands out, come up straight all the way up. Or you could just bend your knees and slowly come up. Inhale. Come up. As you exhale, come back. Keep the Lagu Udhyana in place. Among all the 3 bandhas, an important bandha that should be placed in most of the asanas is the Udhyana. When the Udhyana is in place, you apply Lagu Udhyana mildly. The fire element is active, keeps your body warm, keeps your body light, keeps moving the prana upwards. All right, let's switch. Again, foot against the thigh. The ability to open this, because later on we'll do some variations. One of these days, more twist. So this ability should be there. Okay. This time I'll go the easier way, just to show you that option exists. Knees bent. Otherwise, for those of you who are ready, you can straight away go from here, right? The easier way is bend your knees. Now, just because you have been doing this, It doesn't mean you shouldn't do this. Some days it just happens. Like I've got this nasty catch in my back, doesn't want to go away. So sometimes what I do, then I'll just take it easy that day and go easily into the pose, stay in the pose and come off. So don't let the ego get in the way and say, I don't want to backtrack or something like that. All those are imaginations. So knee bent, breathe in. As you breathe out, slowly stretch your knee and slowly go into the pose wherever you can. Breathe in and out. Again, stomach pulled in. Lagu Udhyana, Lagu Mula. Watch this foot. Don't let the foot go out like this. Keep it straight. And perform the Jalandhara. Look down. Use the back of the lungs to breathe. All right, gently look up. Lengthen the spine. Again, use your chest to breathe now that the chest is open. Inhale and come up gently, bend your knees. Take the weight off the back. Come up slowly. So you can practice advanced poses as well, very, very safely. In a few months, what happens, your lower back becomes very strong. Then you can afford to do these. But like I said, there are always days, sometimes a couple of weeks, where you might have to backtrack a little bit and take it easy because of some catch or somewhere you must have overstretched. So all of this is possible in the physical sense. But as long as you're able to be in the pose, apply the bandhas, you are practicing very traditional, very advanced yoga. And as you do these, the changes are happening at a very subtle level. Okay, so don't expect anything within 5 days and 10 days of practice. Weeks and months into practice, your body will develop a powerful immune system. And it's just amazing how the body begins to respond and reflect the benefits of these bandhas. All right, gently come off the pose. Sit up tall and straight, Sukhasana. Interlock here. You're going to place your elbows on your knee here. Watch my back. Initially, it's hunched, okay? So I'm like this. I'm sitting like this. I'm here. So from here, I'm going to straighten my back. So you can keep your feet like this against each other, or you can cross it as well. And sit up tall and straight. So let us cross the legs at this point. Take your left foot on the inside. Keep your right outside. Sit up tall and straight. Again, apply the 3 bandhas in Sukhasana. Lagu Mula, Lagu Udhyana, Lagu Jalandhara. Breathe in and out. Open up your chest. Lengthen the spine. Use your chest to breathe in and out. And relax. When you come off the pose, you can relax the bandhas as well, except the Jalandhara. Try and keep it throughout, if you can. Otherwise, just relax. Otherwise, initially, it might become too much. Take your left foot, place it under the right. We'll do a mild spinal twist. Hopefully, the camera should get the right angles. So you don't sit on it, not yet. Okay, there are variations in that. We'll come to that slowly. So just place it under the butt, raise the butt, place it under the butt. And this foot can come in here or out here, depending where you can place. And pull your stomach in. If you can, get your arm out like this and hold the knee. Okay? Exhale and twist. For those of you able to do this, please go ahead. So my right knee is up, my left hand goes across. If you can't do that, get your feet closer, hug the knee with your left hand, sit up tall and straight, and twist. Tall and straight and twist. Pull the knee closer towards your chest. Feel the stretch in the butt muscle here. Twist. I'm going to do the easy one today because I have a catch in my back. Otherwise, you can do this. Twist and relax. Let's try the other side. Place your right foot under the butt. Left knee up. Same thing. Take your right hand. Pull your stomach in. Hold the knee tall and straight and twist. The easy way out. Bring your knee in. Hug the knee. Sit up tall and straight. Watch this. See this? There's a difference between this and this. Tall and straight and twist. Every time you exhale, twist a little more. Feel the stretch in your butt muscle. Breathe in and out. And relax. Fantastic. I thought that was a good practice. I hope you liked the practice today. So every day we come to the mat with a blank mind and allow the energy to guide. In a class like this, you just have to let a teacher guide you. So there is always surprise element. The body becomes ready to obey your commands. You don't come with a fixed idea and a chart printed out and say, this is the asanas I'm going to do today. So that surprise element is what keeps you very mindful. You don't know what's coming next, right? I used to enjoy that when my teacher would just call out a name of an asana and I'll have to start doing that. I wouldn't know what comes next. So I hope you like this method of teaching and practicing. So every class there's always some kind of variation. All right, having said that, it's time to go into Shavasana. Look at that, time is already up. Lie down. Hold your knees. Open up your knees close to the chest. On either side of the torso, press it down. One last time, apply the 3 bandhas. Use your chest to breathe. Feel your lower back pressed on the floor. Relax the bandhas, rock side to side. Gently release and go into Shavasana. Shavasana is the beginning of yoga. Is the end of the practice, but beginning of a deeper practice. So keep your mind awake, alert. Your body is going to relax. Keep your mind focused. All that we did so far was a preparation for this yoga nidra. Feet slightly apart, hands on either side of your body, palms facing up. Take a deep breath, close your eyes. As you close your eyes, shift your awareness to your feet. Wiggle your toes, flex your ankles. We worked on these ankles a lot today. Flex them. Feel life in them. And then gently withdraw this awareness, offering your ankle to the earth. Let go. Shift your awareness above the ankles, below the knees, shin bone in the front, calf muscles behind. Feel your calf muscles resting on the floor. Your knees, your kneecaps, top of the knees, sides of the knees, back of the knees slightly arched. Let go of your knees. Surrender them. The irony of yoga practice is you work hard with the body, chisel the body into shape, and then you offer it to Mother Earth. Let go of the body. let go. It's like parking your favorite car in the garage and coming back home. The car has done its job, the body has done its job. It's time to let go of the body. Think of the earth as the garage. Leave the body. Shift your awareness to your thighs, upper thighs, inner thighs, back of your thighs, your hamstrings. Shift your awareness to your pelvic region. Feel your glutes resting on the floor, your waist, your hips. Let your entire pelvic region sink into the ground. Let go. Begin to surrender your lower back, your hips, your waist, your legs, the middle back, the upper back. Begin to surrender your body to Mother Earth. Feel the weight of the body as it begins to sink into the earth. You watch the process. Disidentify with the body. Disengage with the body. Allow the prana from the earth to fill your body through the energy of gravity. Allow the body to heal, to rest. The mind is alert. Watching. Be an observer, an eternal witness, if you will. Shift your awareness to your shoulders, and through your shoulders let go of your arms, all the way down to your fingers. Move your fingers ever so slightly and observe how easy it is to move. The movement in your fingers represent movement in the breath, and therefore movement in the mind. Let go of your fingers. Let go of your hands. Allow the breath to become subtle, regular, rhythmic. Having surrendered your body to Mother Earth, shift your awareness to this breath. With your hands heavy and relaxed, simply observe the breath as it comes into your body and as it leaves the body. Don't worry about any ratio of breathing. Simply observe. And with every exhalation, try and follow the breath as it leaves your body. Follow the breath. Knowing that a part of you inside the breath leaves the body. begin to identify yourself with the breath. You as the breath enter the body. You as the breath leave the body. Be the breath. So as the breath you're moving, as the body you're still. As the breath, begin to surrender yourself to the wind element, to the prana, the energy that sustains breathing, energy that we know as Hanuman, the life force. Surrender. As the body, you surrender to Mother Earth. As the breath, you surrender to the prana. Allow your consciousness to recognize this prana, this life force in every particle in the universe, in animate and in inanimate. The prana is the vehicle, the sheath in which consciousness exists. And that consciousness is everything. Everything that you see, smell, hear, taste, and touch are manifestations of this one consciousness. The Shiva consciousness. Merge into that consciousness. In that beautiful supreme state, there is only one. The only experience there is love. Unconditional love, selfless love, divine love. Love as an expression of oneness. Gently take a deep breath. As you breathe out, slowly draw your awareness back from the prana into the breath. From the breath back into the body. Move your fingers, move your toes. Slowly bring your feet together. Gently raise your arms over your head. Interlock your fingers and stretch. Turn to one side and stretch to the left perhaps. And to the right and stretch. Come back. Rub the palms of your hand. Cover your eyes. Feel the warmth of the palms on your eyes. Open your eyes slowly. Turn to one side and get up gently. Feeling fresh and relaxed. Sit up tall and straight. Neck slightly bent down. Join your palms in front of your chest. Open your heart. And with deep reverence and a heart full of gratitude, let us offer this practice to the universe. Grateful that we were given an opportunity to explore the body, mind and spirit. Om Brahma Pranam Astu. Gently open your eyes. Thank you for giving me the honor to be able to share such a wonderful journey inside the body, the breath, and the spirit begins to open. This is the magic of yoga practice. This is why I love this practice. This is why I'm ready to give up everything just to be on the mat, to make that inward journey. Because the joy that you begin to experience is phenomenal. Words fail. I hope you got a taste of that. As long as you continue the practice, you begin to explore the frontiers of the spirit. That exploration never ends, that discovery never ends. Always magical, always beautiful. So thank you for inviting me into your home and giving me this chance to teach. Let's end this class with 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Until we meet again, stay blessed, stay safe, stay inspired. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.